Oh, man. Woo!
What a game,
man.
Yeah.
This is not good for my heart, man. Not good for my heart at this age, going through that. Hey, guys, I've been around a lot of Cowboy football. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this. I do not ever think I've seen a game like this many points. To win it with 40 points and to win it by 1 point, you got to get an onside kick to make it happen. I got all these notes over here ready to bust McCarthy and everybody, with this loss. And next thing you know, we get the onside and we throwing that ball downfield. Oh, that's got to be one of the greatest wins in Cowboy history. That's got to go down big time. Guys, your thoughts. There's Gerald right there. We'll start with you, Gerald.
Yeah, I was just amazed that this guy plays to win. He doesn't play to lose.
Who's that? McCarthy?
Yeah, he's a total gunslinger.
He definitely is. He definitely. Hey, the players. This is what it's all about. He gives them the opportunity, and what happened here? They failed, but the players picked him up. They picked him up before it was all over, and they made it happen up there. And now he looks like the coach of the year. All right, Paul, what do you got, Paul?
That was incredible. We were watching that going, oh, man. It's always hard to talk about doing a post game when they lose so bad, And we watched that first half and we're going, oh, this is going to hurt afterwards. But you know what? We were totally wrong. When you watch that, even with 30 seconds left, you're like, nah, so close, but nah.
We were down 20-0 in the first quarter. They had 29 points in the first half. We're like, what's going on? What a game. What a game.
Yeah.
Jen, what do you think, Jen?
I'm excited. Oh my gosh. I mean, that was a game. I was filming all of it and telling Paul to be quiet because I was like, shh, be quiet. I want to watch this.
Yeah, our narration was not for Drew.
No, it was not. No,
man, I was yeah.
Totally vibes.
I'm sure my neighbors are running. What the hell's going on with you over there?
Well, it's funny. If neighbors
they had to question it, that means they weren't watching the game.
They were watching. That was clutch. That was amazing.
Hey, Jennifer, Nick,
know who you are. They know what's going on.
Jen,
well, I think they had that halftime talk that we were saying they needed to have, because from watching going into the second half of the Dak Prescott's touchdown and Amari Cooper's catch to deliver, the opportunity for Dak to have that great. Well, first of all, let's talk about Amari Cooper and that 58-yard.
Yes. Wow. Oh my goodness.
That was the best catch ever. And then to set it up for Dak to have his easy touchdown, and then you have Felix Jones falling on the offside kick, and it was just great team camaraderie to win in the win.
It certainly did, and it was a huge win. And you look at the stats here. I'm going to go with team stats first. This is amazing, the yardage that was compiled in this game. The Cowboys had 570 total offensive yards. Wow. They were 7 for 13 on third down. That's why they kept the drives going. They had 445 yards passing. Dak was 34 for 49. They had a 125 running the football. Even though they had the 7 penalties for 75 yards, it evened out because late in the game, the Falcons were making the penalties. They finished with 8 penalties in the game. In the time of possession, they had it 34 minutes to our 26. So, and then you go to the individual stats. Boy, Dak Prescott, 34 for 47, 450 yards, 1 TD, no interceptions. Zeke, 89 yards rushing. Oh, CD Lamb, 88, looking up, man, making some big plays out there. 6 catches for 106. Cooper, 6 for 100. Schultz, Darren Schultz, filling in for Jarwin. and filling in, saying bye-bye to Jason Witten. You know, he catches 9 for 88. So a lot of guys stepped up and made some plays. And, you know, we got a guy on defense named Alden Smith. This guy ain't played football in 5 years. He is balling out there. He is balling out there. And so it was a total team victory that could have been a total team loss, but they found a way to pull it out. And, man, this is the kind of thing that gives you some momentum, because we go to Seattle next week. In Seattle, you know, they're tough. They're physical, tough to win up there. So we go up there next week and play Seattle at a 3:25 kickoff Dallas time. So we needed this, man. We needed this.
Yeah, we absolutely did. And you know what's funny is when you're wherever you are watching the game, Drew, I know you're watching from home. You're in the great Drew Pearson office and the Drew Pearson headquarters over there. But we were watching here from the Virgin Hotel in Dallas, which is
Wow.
one
Nice.
of the coolest places that you could watch from. And by the
bet.
pool, that's the best view. You should see the Cowboys fans going crazy right now. Just going nuts. And it's great to feel that energy again. This is what we've been missing. We didn't even know if we were going to have a football season, but now not only do we have a season, we're not out.
We're not out. And hey, give credit to first of all, next time we need to do a show from there.
Yeah.
The Virgin
We
Hotel.
do.
Yes,
You
we
got to
do.
come down.
All the fun, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I saw the other
House here. I'm talking to myself. I'm yelling at myself. I'm cheering with myself. So, you know, I need to get out of here. But maybe we'll do that one game at the Virgin Hotel. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'd love that
But,
because the other number 88, Michael Irvin, was here, but they need the original 88
original.
over here. Mhm.
Yeah, they do. They do. Anyway, yeah, Michael can hold his own, but God, you think about two of us together. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
gosh.
Woo.
Tear down. Tear down the house. But yeah, so anyway, it was pretty cool how all that worked out and turned out. And that's why sports, you know, they have these unscripted endings and they're so real. This, you know, that's why I can't watch reality TV, you know, the Kardashians. And I watched a little glimpse of Terry Bradshaw. He has that reality TV show. But all, you know, Survivors, Naked, and all that that's all staged. It's all staged. You know, who's filming these people that are lost? Okay, you know. But football and sports, that's real reality TV. You can't script these endings. You can't you can't make them up. They have to come naturally. And no one could have thought this game would come out like this.
No.
But man, one of the greatest comebacks, one of the greatest and most exciting games in Dallas Cowboy history. And nobody saw this coming going into it, that's for sure.
No, and
we thought it would be a lot of points scored, but I didn't think there'd be, 79 points scored.
Yeah.
Go back to before the last ending when Dak kept throwing the ball and it was like Butterfingers time after time after time. I mean, we were so close to touchdown at that point and everybody was dropping the ball. And for me, I mean, I'm still a fan. I'm not a bandwagon fan, so I had hope we could come back. But at that point, it didn't look like there was a chance. It was like one person, two person. We're at 3 people that are dropping the ball. Well, we're not going to get anywhere. But nope, we came back strong.
We overcame it, and you know, we overcame it, and we got past that 20-point deficit, and we got the game close to 4 points, and then they took off again, and we were trailing by 15 points going into the fourth quarter, and still pulled that out. Wow, this is unbelievable, unbelievable, man.
It's a good day to be a Cowboys fan, that's for sure.
I tell you what, can you imagine, guys, if this game, no pandemic, 100,000 people at AT&T, and a game like this happening out there? Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Oh my goodness! They would tear that stadium down.
Oh,
It'd be torn down. Jerry would like be
me.
leading the charge. He'd be tearing it down.
Cowboys doing? I have to. Okay, I got to text them back now and say, you know what, the Cowboys came through.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, certainly did. And, you know, everybody wants to get on Dak Prescott. You know, Jerry didn't take care of him. Everybody in the league getting their money. Deshaun Watson, everybody getting their money. And they couldn't work out that deal with Dak. And, you know, he might be the first $45 to $50 million per year player in the NFL. Because Pat Mahomes set the bar with his contract, you know, about 300 million or so. But he's locked in for the next 10 years with that. But that is going to get some of that new money.
Yeah.
That post-pandemic money be out there. And Jerry's going to be saying, he's probably going to give Stephen Jones a little flack because he said, man, son, you should have signed that boy a long time ago. Because, you know, Stephen makes all the business decisions concerning the Cowboys right now. Jerry blesses them, but Stephen's the one. He's the business guy that's leading the charge over there. So, anyway.
You know what else with everything, with just the pandemic and everything going on with the news, everybody needs good news. And I think what's so neat about today, and I think we're all feeling it unanimously, is that fire inside of excitement. All of us, everybody, all ages right now. And we need some unity going on, and how great that the Cowboys win can bring it today. You
got that right. And that's why people were begging and dying and hoping and wishing and praying that sports would come back, you know, because this is the outlet for so many people, you know, in this pandemic, we're held up in homes and can't socialize and tailgate and party like we normally do. But man, you know,
I was just sitting in a room with probably 6 different ethnicities, all different ages. And when that win happened, the high fives were all over the place, the air fives, I should say. There wasn't, in that moment of pandemic and all this stuff going on that's so negative, it was such a beautiful, just amazing thing in the air. It was awesome.
Yeah, if we had a mosaic with Cowboy fans, you know, that'd be cool. They'd probably be jumping through that thing trying to give each other some props. But anyway, this is a great victory, coupled with the New York Giants losing, coupled with the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles lost. And Washington Redskins are losing right now, 14-0 to the Arizona Cardinals. So the Cowboys could be tied up for first place coming out of this, and a 1-game lead over the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, tied up with the Washington Redskins because they won last week. So, man, there we are. Here we are. I thought it was going to be one of them sad post-game shows.
I got a question for Drew. You got
with tissue and all that, but we're good. D. Paul, what you got for the original 88?
Who do you give that game ball to today?
Ooh. You know what? In a game like this, what you do with that game ball, you carve it up. Okay, you carve it up. You know, you got to give out pieces of this game ball. There's so many guys. You start with Dak Prescott. Even get Andy Dalton for the one play he came in. He didn't mess up, right? He didn't cost us. Zeke Elliott ran hard. He kept them off balance with the running game. CeeDee Lamb made some great catches. How about Cooper? You know, he did have a drop, but he made up for that. He was targeted 9 times in this game. He caught 6 of them. Lamb was targeted 9 times. He caught 6. Schultz was targeted 10 times. He caught 9 of those passes. So he deserves a game ball. There's so many guys that deserve it. Who recovered that onside kick?
That was the play of the game.
That was the play of the game. And the thing is,
how big that was.
Who recovered that? Did anybody get the name?
No, sir, I didn't see it.
I didn't get
it was Felix Jones, 28.
Yeah.
Who?
Felix Jones.
Felix Jones?
28.
Is he on the roster? Okay. But anyway, the big thing that he did was he didn't jump on it right away. He was patient and waited till it went 10 yards. And then by then it was the ball was surrounded by Cowboy players, and he just jumped on it and well executed onside kick. And we're going to hear all week long the percentages of onside kicks being successful in the National Football League. And I bet it's going to be a pretty low percentage of being successful in those kind of situations. So,
okay, I'm sorry. It was Daryl Worley, not Felix Jones, but it was number 28. I was right with the number. Wrong name.
Okay. Well, good looking out, Worley. And
Worley.
yeah, give Worley some credit for letting the ball roll, okay, and not being too anxious to jump on that. Daryl Worley, he's a fifth-year guy out of West Virginia, and I guess the Cowboys had signed him as a free agent, so he's a welcome addition to the team. And so anyway, the game ball, to answer your question, D. Paul, can go to lots of people today, and give it to McCarthy as well. Give him a piece of the ball, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, what else we got? We got a game tonight going on.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We got the New England Patriots and Seattle. Okay. So Seattle, but it's a home game for Seattle, so they're not going to have to travel after this, but it's a night game. And, to give them a little less time to prepare for the Cowboys coming in next Sunday. Seattle's 1-0, and of course, New England is 1-0 as well, 1-0 as well. And because of they got a new life in New England because of Cam Newton, their new quarterback. So he looked good in the first game, and he loves it being up there under Belichick, and Belichick loves him. And it's a marriage made in heaven to this point. So we'll see how that turns out. But the Cowboys win 40-39. We trailed 29-10 at halftime. We came back in the third quarter. We scored 14 points in the third quarter. That got us back in the game. And then we let the Falcons back, extending the lead with 10 points in the fourth quarter. But we were tied up in the fourth quarter until that onside kick. And then we scored the winning touchdown. The winning field goal, to win the game. And finished with the 40 points to the 39 for the Falcons. So.
Drew, have you ever seen a game with 2 fake punts and an onside kick by the same team?
No. And the thing is, that second fake punt, oh my goodness, what were they thinking? Darryl the Moose Johnson, he called it. He said, when you see that, you call it off, okay? You might even have to call a timeout to call it off. But they were stacked in the middle, and you're snapping it to a guy 5 yards back to try to get 5 yards. It was 4th and 5 on that second one where they ran up the middle. So, no, I've never seen that in the game. And I guarantee you, if that onside kick didn't turn out in a positive way, I don't know who the special team coach is offhand. It's Fossil. His job might have been in jeopardy up until that point, till they covered the onside kick. But there were so many crazy things happening in this game. Really odd game, really crazy game, and evidenced by the score, 40-39, a shootout. I had 34-24, I think, as my score. And
we were all very wrong.
we're all wrong, but we all had
the Falcons, right? I had the Falcons correct at 39.
You had the 39 for the Falcons.
I did.
Yeah, and that turned out, and thank God that's all they got.
Yeah.
I think 39 would be enough, right, to win a football game, but not this time around for the Falcons. And that's been their problem. They got lit up last week for 38 points by Seattle. So they get lit up today by the Dallas Cowboys for 40 points. Mm-hmm. And so we got any callers or anybody zooming in or anything like that out there? Nasty and David Dapes?
What I want, anybody that's watching the live stream, I'm going to comment right now. Just send me a message, Michael Nast, and I'll get you in here with Drew to Zoom your question.
Yeah, the next person that zooms in with a question, we'll send you a Drew Pearson Cowboy Legends t-shirt, okay? All right, you see that? And even if you don't want it, take it anyway. God damn it. But look,
It's better
All
than
right.
the Falcons.
so
Drew.
see if that inspires anybody to call in.
Where's
I think-
the
hold on.
Cowboy?
16 points in the final.
Dale.
Where's Cowboy Dale?
There was Cowboy Dale.
We
He's
need
gotta
that
be
mullet
watching.
flying over here right now.
Cowboy Dale is probably still celebrating, man. He's probably still jumping around the neighborhood and going crazy.
I know.
And,
I know Gerald's
before
happy.
kickoff,
We
the
need
guys
that.
got a chance to go home and relax and, maybe chill out with some family and watch the afternoon games and feel good about themselves, man.
Mhm.
Just think what the Cowboys, the players would feel like if they're 0-2, and then with Seattle staring them in the face, that wouldn't be a good deal. But don't have to worry about that right now. Don't have to worry about that. All tied up for first place in the National Football League Eastern Division, NFC Eastern Division. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Drew,
How
how are you
about
about
those
to
Stars?
celebrate?
Dallas Stars. Give the Dallas Stars some credit, man.
Oh yeah.
And
Go Stars.
if the Cowboys want to get any inspiration, watch these Stars play. They're a never say die team. Overtime, blowouts, and comebacks. They do it all, and that's why they're in the finals, fighting for a Stanley Cup.
That was
And
their backup.
that's the what's that?
That was their backup goalie last night.
Yes, they do whatever it takes to win. They turned their season around. Everybody had them written off, but they turned it around and got in the playoffs and started doing what a lot of people thought they could do. And they made a lot of changes. So all those changes and started meshing at the right time. The players and all that started meshing. And this coach, Neil, he must be pretty good. He must be pretty good to bring it all together like he has. So, yep. So anyway, it's all good.
They're also stuck up in that bubble with not much to do except, I guess, practice and play their games. Not much distractions going on up there except win. That probably helps.
Yeah, you got that right. But you know what? These are young guys, and they can find excitement, find entertainment, and find something to do. Hey guys, they're listing the week 2 injuries in the NFL. Saquon Barkley, he's out with a knee. Nick Bosa from the 49ers, he's out with a knee. Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback, he's out for 4 to 6 weeks with an ankle. Raheem Moret, he's out with a knee, San Francisco. Solomon Thomas, another knee for San Francisco. Denver's quarterback Drew Luck is out with a shoulder injury. Christian McCaffrey, he went out of the game with an ankle injury. And the Chicago Bears lost David Montgomery with a neck injury. And I don't know how we fared coming out of this game. We had a lot of injuries coming into the game. So hopefully we were able to fare pretty well coming out of this. I didn't see anybody other than Dak Prescott where he got decked. At one time, he got hit in the head. And then when he went back, his head kind of hit that turf and bounced on that turf. I didn't think he would come back because the protocol and the requirements and everything to get back on that field is so strict nowadays. But he came back and looked like he was okay because he didn't show any signs of effect of a concussion or anything like that. So these injuries in the NFL in these first few weeks, because there's no hitting going on and no preseason games, and they don't hit that much in practice to try to save their bodies for the game. And then when they get in the game and play between those lines at the NFL speed, and those hits they make nowadays are, it's not even contact anymore. It's collisions out there, because the guys are so much bigger, stronger, and faster. So to come out of a game with limited number of injuries week in and week out is a big thing for each and every team, not only this season, but every season. So we'll see how the Cowboys fare once we get the injury report coming out of this game for the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll see what's going on there. But that's pretty interesting with the 49ers really getting beat up, but they still won. despite all the injuries that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the kind of win that we like to hear about. A lot of injuries, they can still win, like us, coming from behind tonight or today, and we still won. Those are the stories that we like.
Yeah, well, this is the kind of game, like I said, that gives the team a lot of momentum, a lot of good feeling. And now when you go through practice next week, you're running, you're on your toes, you're excited, instead of, I can't wait till this is over and stuff like that. So anyway, I tell you what, though, the Atlanta Falcons, if they get a defense, especially in a defensive secondary, we got a big break with McKinley. Tack McKinley, the defensive end, got hurt and was out most of the game. But their offense is pretty potent. They're respectable with the running game with Todd Gurley. He had 61 yards. The passing game, of course, Ridley had 7 catches for 109. Hurst, the tight end, number 81, who beat Jalen Smith big time on a big third down play for 42 yards. He had, I got to decline that call. Each 6 for 46. So they got some good players and some talent, no doubt. But so they're going to be okay if they get that defense together, because they can definitely score points. But they gave up 40 to us, and as I said, 38 last week to the Seattle Seahawks. So let's see. Let's see who they play next.
Hey, Drew, what did you think of seeing all the fans in the stands? Do you think Jerry did it right in there? Do you think it was socially distanced enough for our times, or do you think this was?
You know what? We didn't see. They didn't show many shots to the fans. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
They didn't show many, but it looked like the social distancing was working and, stuff like that. But here's what was the deal. The big thing, the crowd noise was right on time. I don't know who was working the buttons on that crowd, but, every time we made a play, we got the crowd, the cheering was there. And sometimes even I think we had some boos in there when the other team was making some plays. So that's the advantage of the home field. It's not like the bubble in the NBA, or even the hockey thing. Everybody's playing in the same arena. There's no home court advantage or field advantage, or ice advantage. So, everybody, when somebody makes a basket, they cheer. And when the other team makes a basket, you hear the cheering. So everybody's cheering in those games. But the Cowboys, I don't know who did it, but he could be a unsung hero in this game. Whoever was piping the crowd noise at the appropriate time, for the Dallas Cowboys.
I think it was actually Michael Nast, because he does a really great job of that. When we do the Drew Pearson live show, he's waving his hands, getting the crowd to go.
He does do a good job of that. I know he misses doing that. He's probably doing it at home while
Zooming. I guarantee it. They probably think there's a fire in his kitchen because he's just doing that. He just keeps doing this.
Right on. He does a good job.
We actually have a fan that wants to zoom in with us, Bill Marshall.
Yeah.
With Sheila Tequila.
Yeah.
Remember Bill from the Sheila?
Oh, we got to say hi to Tequila Sheila.
Hopefully she's there with him.
Who is that now? Bill Marshall and Tequila Sheila?
Last year, she was Sheila Tequila's friend.
He should be coming in any minute.
Mr.
Here.
Sheila.
Where is he? He gone?
He's on his way in.
All right, Mr. Sheila. We love having Mr. Sheila and Sheila Tequila on. Of Tequila Sheila, which you can find at Texas Live.
That's some good tequila, let me tell you.
Oh man,
smooth.
Ooh.
Oh look, Gerald's got it. I think Gerald needs to do Gerald needs to do a report from the parking lot. Gerald can go talk to all the Cowboys mullets, all the fans, everybody. He's already there in Arlington. He's making tacos. He's having a good time. He's taking portraits. I'd love to see what Gerald does with a fan report.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And I've got an exhibit coming up with the Amon Carter Museum next year.
Yes. You should see the portraits that Gerald's taking. We'll post them on the Drew Pearson Live Facebook.
Yeah, let's do that.
They're striking.
Bring them on the next show, Gerald, so we can show them, okay?
Yeah. Hey,
we'll do a little auction. We'll do a Zoom auction.
There we go.
So-
Oh, here's Bill.
There he is.
There it is. Hey, that's some good tequila. And if you do drink it, you won't feel bad because it's organic. It's organic tequila.
After the third one, you won't feel it. So
Right. I'm telling you though, seriously, it's the smoothest tequila this brother has ever had.
Yeah. Say hi, Bill.
Hello, boys and girls. How's everybody? Sure miss everybody from Troy. So.
What's up, Big Bill Marshall?
How are you, my friend? You doing okay?
We're doing great. We're doing great, especially after that win. What you think of the game, Bill?
Oh my God, I wore out the edge of this couch because I was on it most of the damn time. But oh, what a comeback! I almost gave up. I was ready to throw in the towel, but yeah, I was warming the arm up, but I couldn't. I never did throw it in. So thank God, and God, what a game! That was something else.
Hey, Bill, when you're watching the game, are you around a lot of people? Are you by yourself or what?
No, unfortunately, I'm just like you. I'm sitting right here by myself watching the ball game. That way
So you're going cheering yourself. You didn't need anybody there, huh?
Well, I think they're at the when they made that field goal, I think all the neighbors heard me hollering. But,
You and me both. That's probably why the cops drove by here.
that's a fact. Good Lord, what a game! Unbelievable.
So, Bill, let me ask you: when you're down 20-0 in the first quarter, not just being down, but the way they got down with the fumbles and all that, what did you think?
Well, that was, to me, that was setting the tone of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, here's how it's going to go," and it's so difficult to come back physically and mentally from that big of a deficit that early on in the game.
Yeah.
I'm going, come on, folks. We're going to play fantasy friggin' fumble football today. But, I love my boys and got to love them. They came back and won. I can't believe it. Hey, Jen, Paul, how are y'all?
They hear you?
My screen's
Oh,
flipped
yeah.
over to them.
You got a shout out, Jen and Paul.
Yeah, of course. Now we're over here. We're having a great time. We're sort of socially distanced at the Virgin Hotel, and a big shout out to Bill Hutchison, who is on the Lifetime show Marrying Millions. By the way, if we don't watch a whole lot of reality show, but we'll watch Bill do his thing because he owns this hotel. He also owns the W Hotel, and a big shout out to him for giving us a shot here. But oh man, I think we're gonna have a celebration. Oh, and a big shout out to Bob Sassani, who is the GM over here. But Drew, you got to come here. It's got a beautiful view of the city. They've got a socially distanced spot just for you to come and watch the game. And I think it's time to celebrate. Uncle Jerry showed us that we can have people in the stands. We can give hugs again. We can high five.
I don't know about that. Ain't enough masks for me to do all that.
Well, I know. Well, Drew is so nice that he will actually take off his Super Bowl ring and put it on people for their pictures.
Not till we can get a vaccine.
Yes, that's true.
Is on
However, in the meantime, because Drew may not plug it, we need to say right now, if you have a cameo that you want to do, Drew is great at these things. Drew, look at his background. That's a legendary background right there. Everything that you want to see right there. He's got the Super Bowl ring on. He can give a shout out to you, your company, whatever. And also he gives the greatest
for a
speech.
Small fee. Mention the small
fee. Small fee.
Of course.
Yes, of course. But also
I've done over 110 of those cameos.
Yeah.
Since March.
Which is a lot more than some of the reality show stars have been doing. See, they want the original 88.
Well, you know what they do? They charge too much, and then they give the people what they want. I did one cameo; it lasted 6 minutes. This guy, this family is losing. Their dad had cancer, and just was going through a surgery and all that. So I reached out to him and left the one message of inspiration for him. But it's cool because, with the pandemic, a lot of people were booking me because they couldn't get around their loved one. So they thought the next best thing was to surprise them with a cameo, a birthday wish from Drew Pearson. And, even some cases I sing happy birthday on the cameo. And even though.
What key was that in?
Normally to sing, but anyway, I get into it. That's one way to stay in contact with the fans. And I've been doing a lot of virtual appearances too. I did 2 this past week, Friday, for Well Med, and an organization I support and endorse, and they do a lot for the elders, that getting the medical attention and care that they need. So, but anyway, was that Jim Marshall, our caller?
Speaking of fans, we have Mary Herrera coming through. She wants to ask you a question.
Yeah, hold up a minute. We got to make sure we get Jim Marshall, who was our first caller.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Bill.
All right, make sure he get his address so we can send him the T-shirt.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I'll message him on Facebook.
Because he was the first guy to call. All right, who we got now?
So now we have Mary Herrera. She's got a great question for you.
What you got, Mary?
Oh, she's still working on coming in, but I got a great question for you. Being old school versus new school, what do you think about CD Lamb's crackback block?
Well, back in the day, we'd be slapping 5 on a hit like that.
Yeah.
You live to catch a defensive back not looking, where you can light them up. And that's exactly what CD did. But CD's got to understand, in college, that would have been a great block, okay? Because the rules are a little different in college. They let the young kids knock each other's heads off. But in the pros, that ain't going to go. Now, if he was facing toward the end zone downfield and made that block, even though the guy might not be looking, it would have been legal. But because he was going the opposite way, it made it an illegal hit. But what are you going to do in that situation? You pull up, you take the hit, you make the block, you take the hit, and you hope it gets through, or you live with it, or something like that. But man, I like the 88s going in there like that.
That's
you
right.
know, he cares that much about how his play is all around, not just catching the ball, but being a good blocker. Because you got a guy like Zeke back there, you never know when he's going to bust through and come out of that pack. It's just like with us back in the day with Tony Dorsett, Coach Landry, we had to be big blockers or good blockers with Coach Landry. And the big reason is because you never know when Tony was going to bust through there, and you did not want to be the guy that kept him from going the distance for a long touchdown. So anyway, good block by CD in my eyes, bad block as far as the officials and the rules of the NFL are concerned. So, but if I'm the coach, I still give CD a high five in the team meeting.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Michael, that was my question that I was going to ask. See what Drew's opinion was on that block. I mean, I felt the same way. I thought it was a good block, but apparently it wasn't done the right way. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm up there doing high five.
This is the NFL nowadays. This is why I think I can make a comeback, because
you won't get killed.
You don't get killed. You don't get hit. You can't hit them high. You can't hit them low. You can't hit them around the neck. You can't hit them in the head.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a fact.
It's a little different nowadays, but you know what? It needs to be this way. You guys agree?
Yes.
Because again, these guys are so much bigger, stronger, and faster. Back in the day when I was playing, it was contact, but now it's collisions. And that's why you have so many injuries, because the hits are so much more violent and aggressive nowadays. So we'll see how that goes. Make sure we get your address, okay?
Yeah, I'll catch you on Facebook.
Yeah, message me on Facebook.
I want you to wear it all around town, wherever you go, man.
And now I just hope you got one that's about a 3X tall. remember how tall I am, and look at our picture. Oh yeah, that's my cover.
I'll tell you what, we'll send you the biggest we got. Hood hood.
You the man. Hood hood.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
Hey,
y'all
let's
for
wrap
having-
this post-game show up, a Cowboy victory show. Anybody got any last thoughts?
Yeah, Drew, we have someone asking where to find you on Cameo.
Go to the Cameo app, cameo.com.
Perfect. Yeah, this has been a
And
great.
go to, you'll see the whole roster. They got so many people hooked up with Cameo, as Paul mentioned, celebrities, actors, movie stars, singers, Mike Tyson. Everybody's on Cameo nowadays. But if you want your bang for your buck, ring up the original number 88 for your Cameo. Hood, hood.
Hey, and guess what? We're gonna have Mike Tyson's Hail Mary moment on coming up next time.
Get out. Are you kidding me?
Not kidding at all.
Oh.
I can't wait for this one.
Mhm.
I'm going to make sure I don't miss work that day.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. You know, when I was working for HBO, kind of back in the 80s, when Tyson was blowing through people.
Oh, gosh.
And because I worked with HBO, I'd get tickets to the fights. And I was there
wow.
at most of those fights, not just Tyson, Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearns, Hagler. And I'm a big boxing fan. And I would always go to the fights with Too Tall. I would invite Too Tall, not so much because he's a boxing fan and, you know, gave up football for boxing, then went back to football, was 6-0 in his record as a boxer. Not because of that. So that when we walk through the crowd in Vegas, you know, going through the MGM, and they say big Ed and little me. And they say, oh, that's Too Tall. Who's that guy with him? You know? You know what I always would do? I would yell out my name. Drew Pearson, Drew Pearson. And I would start looking, where is he? Where is he? And then I'd get my attention. But anyway, it'd be pretty cool to have Mike Tyson.
Oh, yes.
Hail Mary hero. Wow. I wonder what his story would be about.
I know what it is.
He probably got about 30 or 40 Hail Marys.
Did you get it?
And then he has a few.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we got anybody else tuning in?
Yeah. I got off the horn with Miss Herrera. She's
Yeah, Mary Herrera, yeah.
Is she with us? Hello, Miss Herrera. How are you?
She's coming. She's coming
Welcome
in.
to the show.
It'll take her about 30 seconds.
Coming in hot.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gerald, you got anything? Real quick.
For Thanksgiving over at the Community Food Bank, Rayfield Wright and I will be there. We're feeding around 6,000 families the week before Thanksgiving, all week long. So if anyone wants to meet Rayfield Wright and come out and get a signed football, come out and volunteer with us. 3,000 Galvez in Fort Worth. Just follow up with Mike Nass and he'll give you the directions.
Nice, nice. Yep, the holiday's coming. This is going to be a special one because you know what? Going to be a lot of people in need for whatever reason. You know, COVID and the new election and all that kind of stuff. We don't know what direction we'll be going moving forward. So this is going to be a big year of giving during the Thanksgiving season, holiday season period. And you know, we had that Texas Giving. You know, we went over $20 million the last time I heard the count on that. You know, so a lot of people are recognizing that the charitable organizations, despite the pandemic and what's going on in our society, the needs of these people that these organizations represent, that those needs don't stop. So they continue to need the donations and things of that nature. So I'm involved with a organization called Uplift, and they deal with the or people that have been incarcerated and served their time, and now they're trying to help them become productive members of society. Who's that young lady? She looks like one of the Cowboy cheerleaders.
Exactly. Hey,
What's going on?
Hey, I just look. Can you see your picture? I just about you.
lady. So
Yes.
let me ask you this. Why are you
Yes.
such a big Cowboy fan? When did you start becoming a big Cowboy fan?
As a baby, I ran out with the football cheering for the Cowboys.
Is that right? So it comes down, it's something passed down through the family?
Yes, yes, of course. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Couldn't be anything else but a Cowboy fan.
Right on. Who's that guy there with you?
This is my husband. This is Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You're doing great. Why? Because the Cowboys won, right?
Exactly.
No, you know what? I told her she was getting ready to go upstairs. I told her this is gonna be the greatest comeback ever.
He did.
Hey,
He said that.
let me tell y'all, Hail Marys come in all shapes and forms, okay? You don't have to
Exactly.
pass all the time to be a Hail Mary. Sometimes
Right,
you have to just pick up an onside kick, right?
Right.
For a
Right.
Hail Mary, because that was a
Right.
Hail Mary onside kick, right? Cal
Exactly.
Jader? Cal Jader, my old root teammate from college. He
We're
called it a
saying Hail Mary for all the
Mary
bad
onside
boys.
kick. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back next week for another pre-game show,
Yes.
halftime show, and post-game. So tell all your friends about our
We will.
tailgate, Drew Pearson Live
Yes.
on Zoom, okay?
All
Facebook,
right.
whatever else
Woo!
out there
Go
that I don't know.
Cowboys.
Okay? God bless you guys. All right?
Thank
Go
All
you.
right.
Cowboys. Give me a hut hut. 1, 2, 3.
Hut,
Hut,
hut!
hut.
Hut, hut! Woo!
Go Cowboys.
Thanks for having me, guys. Y'all take
Thanks
care.
for tuning in. Appreciate that.
All
We look
right.
like Cowboy fans. You know what I'm saying? She's
Who's
in
that?
Houston, and her whole house is decorated with Cowboy stuff. Houston has had 2 teams probably in her lifetime come through Houston, the Oilers and the Texans, and she's still a Cowboy fan.
I don't care.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys. Take care, guys. Go Cowboys.
Go
Yeah.
Cowboys.
See you guys.
What you guys want to do? You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up, Drew.
Let's wrap it up so I can go have that Glenn Levitt and
Yeah.
start celebrating this Cowboy victory. Hood, hood. Any final thoughts? Gerald, final thought.
It was just an amazing comeback. I mean, I'm just stunned. I think I'm like everyone else who kind of gave them up for dead. And so this is just a great treat to see for Cowboys Nation.
Right on. Jennifer Nickerson, you still with us? Last thought.
She had to run.
She had to run. All right,
We got
Jennifer
Jen
Reed.
Let's
Last
go
thoughts.
Cowboys. Hey, and also, Gerald, when are we gonna get those tacos?
Yes, we'll have to go back to Mike's Taqueria.
I know.
Yes, yes. Send some to my house. They deliver.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Well, send me their address because I need some
I'll have
tacos.
Mike go to your house and cater it.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. We can do that.
All
All
right,
right, Paulie. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Wow, what a game. Like we needed this right now. It was the first game back at the stadium, and we needed not only a win, but we needed to see that this worked. Not only just the Cowboys working, but the fans in the stadium. We got what we wanted. It's a happy Sunday. We're going to go and celebrate right now at the Virgin Hotel.
It is
The
a
Virgin Hotel. Save a spot for me. I'll be down there soon. Not today, but soon.
Roll down the tollway. We'll see you there.
Big Paul still with us?
Yes, sir.
What you
I
got,
thought
D.
that
Paul?
was that was an epic ending, and it really gives the Cowboys something to build on going forward.
Excited. We're excited. We're excited. Cowboy Mania. It's hard to take attention away from the Dallas Stars. They're fighting for a Stanley Cup. But a game like this, guess who's going to get headlines tomorrow?
That's right.
The Dallas Cowboys. Michael Nass, you got anything to add?
Yeah. Yeah, just a little housekeeping. If you're watching this on live or replay and you want to participate in the show next week, just message the Drew Pearson live Facebook or Instagram pages, and we'll hook you up. And if you want to possibly be a partner of the show and a sponsorship, you can do the same, and we'll send you all the information.
That's right. But this show today is sponsored by CowboyLegends.com. You see this cool hat by Cowboy Legends. T-shirts, go to CowboyLegends.com. You get all your favorite Cowboys merchandise from all your favorite Cowboys. But anyway, We're looking for sponsorships. You can be part of the show. There's all kinds of ways we can get you involved. So if you're interested in being part of Drew Pearson Live, right here. Coming to you live, okay? No one does it like we do. We bring you your variety, Hail Mary moments, Hail Mary heroes, fan interaction. We bring it all right here on Drew Pearson Live. All right, everybody?
Yes.
Close it out with a hut hut.
Thank you as well.
Super Bowl
Elvira,
ring.
you the woman. You the woman. Hey, Jenna Jade, San and Angie, love you all. All my relatives up in Jersey, I know you're watching. If you're not, you should be. Hut hut. And say hi to everybody from Uncle Drew. Your what else am I called? Brother. Called a lot of things in Jersey. But anyway, good stuff. All right, guys. Good stuff.
All right. Thank you so much.
We'll see you next week. Cowboys against the Seattle Seahawks. 3:25 kickoff. That means Drew Pearson Live will be on the air at 2:25. Okay, be there. Okay, be part of the great tailgate pregame show on Drew Pearson Live. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hood hood. Good show. You all can't do it without you.